Greetings once again, multiversal soul familia. We are back one last time for today with those bonus messages from the Kipper as well as the Hungarian Gypsy. We're just going to do like a beginning of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week type of unfolding here. So, beginning with the Kipper, going into the beginning of the week for these bonus messages. Here we go. Pertaining to the stillness in the beginning of the week. From the bottom, since we did a full pass, we have high honor. This is not me gassing you up. This card is telling us that in this stillness there are rewards. That it's speaking somewhat on those golden nuggets of wisdom that will be cultivated while in that stillness in combination with that darkness. However, it's going to be beyond that in terms of rewards for choosing stillness versus being explosive or reactive. Number 25. So, gratitude and recognition. Enjoy your moment. Achievements, career advancements, recognition and promotion. For the most part, vocationally related, but not entirely for some of you. In relationships, it can imply an invitation or even a declaration of love coming in during this time of choosing stillness. Yes. Solving problems, demonstrating the resolution of difficulties, and deserving of our awards, beloveds. Beautiful. Alright, now, in terms of all of that, we're going to go into the Hungarian Gypsy for a bit more detail on that. Alright, we have one card out, and it is Sadness in Reverse. So, this energy coming in for the collective as we continue to choose stillness as often as humanly possible, of course. And some of that, even in the dark, I'm hearing both literally and figuratively speaking, as well as metaphorically. Embracing that darkness, spending a little bit more time in finding stillness there. Alright, and in doing so, sadness is being turned on its head. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the money card. So it's like gradually this sadness has been coming to an end. Alright, let's do one more pass. And we have this is us looking out upon the horizon. Knowing with trust and faith that it's like I'm hearing Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Just more like, as we embrace the stillness, there's also this awe in that awareness that goes beyond desire. Beyond it. But it's also saying that what is meant for us is coming to us. People, places, things, situations, with more vibrant horizons in tow. Right behind that, we have falseness in reverse, and it's all the real deal. It's the real deal, inside and out. That time we spend inward in that stillness, and also that time that we spend in awareness and observation in other ways. All right, now let's go back into the Kippur for the middle portion of the week in a bit more detail as we're coming out of that stillness with some of those golden nuggets, but also still going through the process of integrating it, as well as bestowing some form of testimony that is completely brand new to us. Let's get a bit more detail from the Kippur for the middle of the week. And that newness that is brand spanking new. And rewarding. Okay, what I'm seeing here with the coffin and the sudden wealth is like Spirit is saying that something that has been put to an end, something that has been put to rest, is resulting in this sudden abundance of wealth in all ways, shapes, and forms, internally and externally, both the mundane and the mystical, spiritual, other realms. An abundance of good fortune. An abundance of good fortune. Interesting. There's those golden nuggets. There's those golden nuggets. Simply by putting something extremely heavy to rest, but not without shining some kind of light on it that inspires growth beyond what's being put to rest. 777 may be significant. You may have been seeing a lot of sevens. We also have the number 11. And when we have doubles come in, I just got a little excited. We ring the bell to ring in the blessings of the sudden wealth coming in for us. As we continue to find that stillness and put things to rest. More and more abundance of rewards coming in. Let's ring in those blessings. Rewards, awards of high honor to boot. 1, 2, 3. And so it is. And so it is. We're going to go into the Hungarian Gypsy to see in a little bit more detail what is being put to rest, as well as what is ringing in this sudden wealth from the Hungarian. Okay, the first card out is the jealousy card, but I'm feeling guided to say that we're not meant to be taking this literally. Because there are other meanings behind this card. This card can very much so also represent a secret admirer for some of the collective, but also not necessarily jealousy, but someone who doesn't approve of some kind of relationship the collective is involved in. For some of you, it's a love triangle that has been put to rest, drawn to an end and put to a rest. A transformative death has been put to this mistress in the love triangle, and therefore this growth is extremely abundant. All right. This could have even involved someone who has visited your home before. Sometimes can even represent unexpected, unwelcome, unpleasant types of visits. But it can also mean reconciliation. So, put it where it fits. Alright, let's do another pass. Alright, this one landed sideways. So what's being... Okay. So, what we have being neutralized here is that concern over fidelity, and behind that any concerns over our security, our stability. I'm hearing Source is putting it to rest. Source. All right. Now, something new coming through midweek as a result of putting something extremely heavy to rest. Not only brings in sudden wealth in all ways, shapes, and forms, but also more security and stability, as well as no longer having any concerns of these connections, not all necessarily romantic, but these connections are loyal connections. Sacred, not necessarily of the romantic type, but most certainly specific to our purpose, our missions, our destiny. And it's being divinely ordained for us. Alright, now let's go back into the Kipper one last time to draw these messages to a close with the tail end of the week message. Bonuses for the major growth spurt that's coming through between Friday and Sunday. Here we go. Bonus messages pertaining to that growth spurt coming through by the weekend, the end of the weekend. Distant horizons. It's already anchored in. Whatever this is coming in for us, it's already official. It's already anchored in. Our dreams have gone beyond taking flight. They're anchoring into our reality. New sacred connections as well. And with toil and labor behind that in reverse, our presence is felt without having to really make an effort. It's like it just comes natural. To be that outpouring of golden nuggets. So sudden wealth and great fortune both came out. Celebrating our triumphs. And my battery is about to croak, and I tried to readjust and get it going, and things are just not quite working out that way. But one of our triumphs worth celebrating at the bottom of the Hungarian Gypsy is overcoming illness. This sudden wealth is being made official. Wealth and good fortune in terms of our health. In terms of healing our ancestry with the widow. And how we have improved and expanded on our clairs and our gifts. Even while dealing with losses. But there are the golden nuggets right there, back on the table. And they're coming our way with that journey card. And there it is, good fortune yet again, and merriment right behind that. And that is the message. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in, Multiversal Soul Familia. Happy Monday and brightest blessings.